What's up guys, Proman Plays here, back at it again with another video, and it has been a while, but who cares, it's a video, woo, celebrate. Right, today I want to do my Premier League predictions. I'm on a clock because the first game happens in about 2 hours, so I want to get this out, done and dusted. I'm going to do the Premier League, Champions League winners, Golden Boot, best transfers, all that stuff, and we'll get straight into it. So, as you can see, I have got a tier list, because I thought this would be an easy way, it saves me a lot of editing, and I'm going to put, basically, obviously, wherever I think teams should go. Best way of doing it. And I think we'll start, I want to start from the bottom, even though you're probably going to guess who's going to go top, but we'll start from the bottom. And, where are they? Southampton are going dead last. I really don't think they're going to do very well. I've not really seen any. They've signed a couple of players I know, but I think pretty much the three that came up are going to go down. So Southampton at bottom. Then at 19th is Leicester. Now the reason Leicester are there is because they've gone up and they are apparently facing a points deduction. Don't know how many points. I've heard rumours of about 9 to 12. So I think they are really going to struggle. I don't decide this, but I think it's going to be difficult for them to overcome the points. 18th. Now, this is going to shock you, because it's not going to be Ipswich, because I really want them to stay up, and they've made some interesting signings. I'm actually going to put Bournemouth in 18th. Now people will be like, oh, you're mad, whatever. They've lost Solanke, right? He was their main striker, and honestly, I don't think they've replaced him. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think they played the best of football, you know, so I wouldn't miss them if they went down. So I think bottom three are them three. Right. Lower to mid-table. Right. Now, Ipswich are there. 17th. They'll just scrape by. I'm hoping they just scrape by. And, yeah. Maybe, just scraping by. I mean, they've signed some players. Phillips has gone on loan. I'm happy with them going 17th. Next is Fulham. I think Fulham could possibly face relegation. I think they'll be battling. They've lost Palhinha. They've lost Adarabio, who is one of their key centre-backs. I don't know any. They've signed Smith Rowe, who's had a good pre-season, but the past few years has barely played. So, you know, anything could happen with them. I'm just going to be really quick with these ones. Forest, I don't know any of their signings. They've signed some random players. They struggled last year. Again, don't think they're good. And then Wolves. Wolves is a weird. I want them there. Wolves are a weird one because they've sold pretty much, I'm pretty sure, their best player, Pedro Neto. And again, don't think they've replaced him. What can you do? And then Brentford. Simple as Brentford. Nothing to say. I had to put them somewhere. I think they were ones there. I basically thought about where I was going to put teams, and they just fit there. At 12th, we're going to go Everton. Everton played well last season, but obviously with the points deductions, they were facing relegation. They were battling it out. But without it, they were like mid-table anyway. So, Everton are in. Right. Then I'm going Brighton. I like Brighton. They've lost a lot of experience, but I think they should be alright. And they've got an up-and-coming prospect, which is Minter, who came from Newcastle. He was out on loan somewhere and he's come back, and Brighton have signed him, so I really think he could do the job. Next, West Ham. Now West Ham are at 10th. They've made some good signings. They've signed Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Fulkrug, a load of other players, and I really wanted them higher, but there's some teams that you just can't drop so low without it being ridiculous. And yeah, Next, we've got Chelsea. Chelsea are an interesting team because they've signed so many players, and I honestly don't know where. Like, I'm pretty sure they've got like 8 keepers. I don't understand where they're going with it. They've signed so many players, but they've got Cole Palmer. I think Nkunku's fit, and he looks really good. Reece James is injured, but he's always injured, and I don't get the hype of him being best right back in the world because he's not fit. And then at 8th, we've got Crystal Palace. Where are you? There you are. Crystal Palace. Now, this is an interesting one. I really rate Crystal Palace. They have lost Elise, but they have signed a couple of players like Ismaila Sarr and Kamada, I think it was, who I think are not going to replace him because Elise was a really great player, but the way they were playing last year at the end of the season with under Glasner, they were looking really good, and if they can keep it up, I think they could push higher mid. I don't think they deserve to finish like bottom half of the table. Right, Conference League. Oh, this is where it gets a bit mental. Not really. It's Newcastle. They have basically kept the same team. They've transferred some players out, but I think they're all like backup reserves. I don't think they were the best team anyway under Howe. I think if they wanted to challenge for top 4 properly and be consistent, they need a better manager. But apart from that, yeah, I don't see a way that they're doing it. 5th and 6th. Now, I've got some great teams here, and 6th is a bit of bias, and the fact that I really don't want them to finish top 4, but also the fact I don't think they'll finish top 4. I don't think they have the players for it. Is United. United are finishing 6th. Could they get top 4? Yes. Are they going to get it? Maybe. But as a City fan, I don't think I could say they are clear to get top 4. So that's them. Now the next one is a very tough one because the style they're playing looks very good. They're entertaining. They've been really good in pre-season. But Liverpool they've not signed anyone, which I think they need to sign a couple of good players to really cement themselves as a top 4 team. And Arne Slot, I don't know if he's great. I don't know. It's the first time. He could be really great, and to be fair, I want them to do well because it's always interesting and exciting to have a couple of teams battling out for first place. You know, I don't want people saying, "Oh, boring City," because they won another title and they smashed it by 10 points or 15 points because the other teams are crap. So it would be so I really want them to do well, but unless they get signings, I don't think they will. So they're going 5th, but that might change. They could easily finish 4th or 3rd, but I want to put them 5th for now. 4th. Right, now, so this is an interesting one. Because at 4th, I'm going with Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa, I believe, are in the Champions League. And they've signed some interesting players. They've lost like Diaby and that, and Douglas Luiz. But they've got Onana. I don't think they've really weakened. And honestly, I don't think they'll make it far in the Champions League anyway. So, I think they will. Like Liverpool and United are in European competitions and should get far. Aston Villa I don't think will, and then we'll prioritise the Premier League. So they're there. Spurs are 3rd. Yeah, I really think Ange will get it right. As long as people stay fit. I think when they had Maddison, Maddison in the middle, you have Son on the left, Solanke at the top, and then Kulusevski, I think it is, on the wing, on the other side. I just really enjoy their football, and to be fair, I am slightly a Spurs fan. I just like some of their players. Yeah, so I really hope they do well, but apart from that, I'm praying that they keep United at least out of top 4. And then it's easy. I'm going to put City top, and Arsenal second. Now the reason that is if it is Pep's last season and De Bruyne's last season, then I'm really hoping they try really, really hard to win as many trophies. You know, Pep probably doesn't want to leave if he doesn't win anything. And if it is De Bruyne's last season, it would be nice for him to win at least a trophy and hopefully lift it. And I'm praying he doesn't get injured. We've just lost Bob, who I was hoping would break through, you know, properly play a lot. And yeah, so that is my Premier League prediction. Now that the Premier League predictions are finished, we're going to move on to other bits and pieces that I wanted to do. So the first thing was Champions League winners, and I'm going to be stuck between two teams. You've got Real Madrid and you've got City. I think they are really the best teams in it, and it's usually one of them will get to the final. I want it to be City, but Real Madrid have Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Bellingham, Rodrigo. That is 4 great players that are not beating City. City are winning the Champions League. End of. Right. Nice, isn't it? Premier League Golden Boot. Pretty obvious. He's had it back to back. It's Haaland. You can't help it. You can pass it to anywhere in the box and he'll be on the end of it. Player of the season. Now, if City do win the league, then I'd like it to be De Bruyne. I think if he stays fit, he'll be key to a lot of our success. He always is. Even when he came on as a sub, especially against Newcastle, that assist to Bob, you know, he just changes the game, and he's definitely one of the best Premier League centre mids ever. So it would be nice to see De Bruyne get it. Young player of the season. Honestly, I really don't know. And it depends on if certain players keep playing the way they were, like Cole Palmer. If he pulled out them stats again, it'd have to be him. But I think I'm going to give it Garnacho. I really like how he plays. I think if he starts a lot, and he starts on the left side, if Rashford's not playing that left side, I think he should score at least 10 goals, get a few assists, maybe pushing for that 15 goals. Flop of the season, another United player, Lenny Yoro. Cost 50 mil, or whatever it was. He's 18, he's barely played senior football or whatever from the French league, and he's injured. Simple as. Yeah, can't say anything else. Best transfer, I think, well, there's been a lot of transfers, and the one that I'm hoping will work, will pay off, is Daichi Kamada to Crystal Palace. He's basically a direct replacement for Elise. He's a cam, he's 28 for a free transfer. And I'm not saying this because he's Japanese, right? My mates will have a go at me because like, oh, you're just saying that because you like Japanese people. Yeah, he is Japanese, but he's also a very good player from Lazio. And he's played for Glasgow before, so they've already got a connection, so he must know how he plays. And yeah, I believe that's it. Right guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I'll probably come back to it either halfway through the season, end of the season, both, whatever, just to see how things are going. And so I'm hoping to have a couple more videos uploaded. Might do weekend predictions or something, maybe some vlogs. Definitely some FC25 content. There's like 40 days left of that, so I'm hoping to do that. And yeah, so please leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.